My name is Jen Pachas. I work for QC Micro. I've been there about 4 months. I moved from EM, where I was there about 1.5 years. I perform fire burden testing, product testing, LAL testing, cleaning and monitoring of the labs and hoods, media qualification. I graduated in 2003 from UNH with Bioscience and Technology degree. The job search, I went through Monster and I didn't have any luck there, but I did also go through some temp agencies. Kelly Scientific, which is based out of Boston, and Lab Support, which a lot of people at the company now have come through their temps. Interviewing, like John said, be confident, know what you're talking about. If you have something on your resume, know everything about it. I did work in Mass for a temp agency through Kelly at an oil testing place, National Tribology. I was in a lab setting, and the money was all right, but the commute, I don't know if it was worth it in the long run. I don't know, I started as a temp and was there for about 6 months, and then I got hired full-time, and then I just recently switched departments. So there is room to move around once you get into a company like where I am, and I don't know.
How did you get connected with the agencies? You said there were temp agencies? Or?
Yep, I heard from a friend that had gone through Kelly, so I hooked up with them because they do scientific, they do all kinds of temp work. And I had researched online other temp agencies, and I got together with the on-assignment people that I actually got hired through my company now, through them.
Where's your job located now, and what's your commute, and what do you do there?
I work in the QC Micro lab. I do fire burden testing. I just basically test waters that are collected throughout the whole building to make sure their specs are within the certain range that they need to be. We do product testing on things that John does, and purification samples too. Mostly just plating samples on agar, either through spread plate or membrane filtration. LAL testing, I don't do much of that, but the micro department does do that. Basically testing the water and products for, in range specs of endotoxin. Cleaning, maintenance of the labs, and monitoring, environmental monitoring of the hoods and in-op procedures that we do, sterility and cell banking. Media qualification, when we get new lots of media in, we just have to inoculate them with certain bugs that grow on that media to make sure it can stand up to what we need to use it for. If we don't have enough growth, you need to perform it again or send it back if it's not, at the quality we need it to be. And my commute is not far. I live in Dover and I work right over here, so.
Oh, long.
So do you work 12 hours
No, I work 10-hour shifts. I'm Wednesday to Saturday. The micro group's a little different than manufacturing. We do 4 10-hour shifts, either Wednesday to Saturday or Sunday to Wednesday, and it's either morning or day shift is like 7 to 6:30. Second shift, which is what I do, is 11 to 9:30, and then third shift comes in at 7 to 7. And third shift in micro is the rotating manufacturing shift, so they're the only exception in the micro group.
The group you went in, how long of a training period was there? Was it similar to what, John? Were you assigned to a senior person that kind of stuck with you the whole time?
No, not really. Just whoever's available to do training is, and I haven't done all my training on different products and things like that, so I still have more training to do. But, to get signed off, like he was saying, you do, your initial training, and, you have to do it a few times, observe it a few times, perform it by yourself, and then you can be signed off to do it on your own.
Any other questions? Don, Jen lives in Dover also, by the way. You're living now, aren't you? You're in Dover?
Yeah.
Yeah, so. You mentioned you had a long commute to a company in Mass. Where was the company in Mass that you were commuting to?
In Peabody, it wasn't that far, but it was like 45 minutes every day.
But it was still enough. Was there a lot of traffic because of the
Well, I
hours,
had to
or
be
just-
there at 7, so I didn't hit much traffic. And I was gone by 4:30, so it wasn't too bad. I would always hit traffic on the bridge here coming home.
And the salary was large there?
Well, I was a temp, so I was making more
More.
than the people that had been there for a while full time, so
When you're a temp, do you get benefits?
no.
When you're a temp, how long do you have to temp for? Is there a set period of time that you sign for?
No, it's usually like 6 months trial period, and if they want to extend you, they can, or they can just hire you outright.
Did you go to Lonza as a temp,
Yep.
and then after, stay there as a temp for 6 months, and then apply for a permanent position?
Yeah, I was there longer than 6 months because they were in a freeze and they couldn't hire me, so they just kept temping me. And then finally I was able to get a full-time position.
But that's not an issue with the temp agency that you're actually working for? I mean, they have no problem releasing you right away? Or-
I don't think so. I didn't have to deal with any of that, so.
Yeah, I think it's a good sign that if it builds a good relationship with the temp agency and the company, if you give them a temp that's worked out really well and they want to keep it, company's going to go back to your temp agency again and you're going to get some more temp.
I was wondering if they had to pay any kind of a penalty or a finder's fee or... Oh, that's another question actually for both of you. Is there an employee referral program?
Yeah, I've heard most companies have that. They definitely, if you're a good employee, they want to get people you know in that company, and there's definitely an employee referral program, go through HR, something like that, and employees, like, if they hire someone who's good, he's been there for a while, they get a bonus too, so, something like that.
How many people do you work with, and what kind of degrees do they have, if you know?
I think some of them don't have, I don't think any degree, maybe just a certificate. Some people have bachelor's, associates. Some people have come from other biomanufacturing places, so they get hired in, you know, as like a level 3 instead of bottom of the barrel level 1. So, but yeah, they range.
Right where I work too is a wide range of people coming into my workplace. I mean, I work with people who just came out of college with degrees, and then other people, older people who've been working at, say I work with somebody who was a brewer at one of the breweries around here, another person who came from a yogurt company, pretty much work with the same machines and stuff like that. They, you know, they'll tend to hire people who just fit the job. You know, some people come through college, some people who come and been in the workforce, you know, 20 years. So definitely a wide range.
I know you guys haven't been there long, and I don't know if you're looking at getting your master's, but have you found that the company is willing to push you through school or set up some kind of research at the company and get your master's or PhD through that?
I believe they do, and I am interested in going for my master's. I do believe that they will reimburse you for courses, you know, as long as you're getting good grades and it's related to the work.
They do. They offer a, pretty sure it's a full compensation for going back to your degree. Somebody I just worked with just got her MBA. So, yeah, they definitely do encourage it. If it's going to help out the company in the long run, they'll definitely help you out and pay for it.